The 5th Field Artillery Regiment was constituted as part of the regular army in January 1907. Individual battalions have lineages that date back further. As of 2013, only 2 battalions are active. Distinctive unit insignia. Description: a gold-color metal and enamel device 1 inch in diameter which is an adaptation of the crest and motto of the coat of arms. Symbolism: the crest is that of the Hamilton family. Background: the distinctive unit insignia was originally approved for the 5th Field Artillery Regiment on the 21st of January 1924. It was redesignated for the 5th Field Artillery Battalion on the 13th of September 1944. The insignia was cancelled on the 19th of April 1960. It was reinstated and authorized for the 5th Field Artillery Regiment effective the 1st of September 1971. Coat of arms: blaze and shield. Gules. The Liberty Bell are between 5 arrows 4-point down in fesspailways and 1 in base fessways, the latter broken sable fimbriated argent. On a chief embattled vert fimbriated argent, a 5-pointed mullet of the last. Crest. On a wreath of the colors or in gules. On a mountain oak tree fructed of 13 acorns and penetrated transversely in the main stem by a frame saw proper. The frame or motto: faithful and true. Symbolism: shield. The shield is scarlet for artillery. The Liberty Bell alludes to the Revolutionary War. The 5 arrows commemorate the Indian War campaign credit of Old Company F, 4th Artillery. The broken arrow is indicative of the engagement at the Battle of the Wabash, Ohio Territory, the 4th of November 1791, in which all officers and 2/3 of the men of Bradford's company, Battalion of Artillery, were killed. The embattled partition line refers to the ramparts of Chapultepec and denotes service during the Mexican War. The star, the insignia of the 12th Corps in which batteries of the regiment served, is representative of the Civil War. Crest. The crest is that of the Hamilton family. Background: the coat of arms was originally approved for the 5th Field Artillery Regiment on the 4th of June 1924. It was redesignated for the 5th Field Artillery Battalion on the 13th of September 1944. The insignia was cancelled on the 19th of April 1960. It was reinstated and authorized for the 5th Field Artillery Regiment, effective the 1st of September 1971. 1st Battalion, 5th Field Artillery is the oldest regular Army unit on active duty. The New York Provincial Company of Artillery was led first in the Revolutionary War by Captain Alexander Hamilton. The unit fought at Long Island, Trenton, Princeton, Brandywine, Germantown, Monmouth, Yorktown, and New York. After participating in the final victory at Yorktown, the unit was selected as the only Continental Army unit to remain on active duty status. Later the unit fought in the War of 1812, and in the Miami, Creek, Seminole, Little Bighorn and Pine Ridge Indian campaigns. The unit also participated multiple campaigns in the Mexican War, remaining loyal to the Union. Hamilton's own fought valiantly in the Valley, Manassas, Antietam, Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, and the Virginia 1861 campaigns. After earning a campaign streamer at Santiago, the 1st Battalion, 5th Field Artillery went to the Philippines and participated in the campaigns at Cavite, Luzon 1899, Samar 1900, and Samar 1901. An officer of the battalion, 1 Lt. Gruber, composed the Quezon song, the song that was the 1st Battalion, 5th Field Artillery's regimental march later became the artillery and then the Army song. The battalion was assigned to the 1st Infantry Division and sent to France in 1917. The unit deployed as the 5th Field Artillery Regiment to fight at Montdidier-Noyon, Aisne-Marne, Saint-Mihiel, Meuse-Argonne, Lorraine 1917, Lorraine 1918, and Picardy. Captain Charles S. Chapman commanded the force through all 5 major battles of WWI, returning to Fullerton, California to resume civilian life. Remaining with the 1st Infantry Division, the battalion participated in every major European campaign during World War II. Campaign credits earned were Algeria, French Morocco, Tunisia, Sicily, Normandy, Northern France, Rhineland, Ardennes, Alsace, and Central Europe. In late 1965, the battalion was again deployed to Vietnam. During Operation Fishhook in October 1968, LTC Charles C. Rogers, the battalion commander, received the Medal of Honor for gallantry and leadership at Firebase Rita. The battalion won 11 campaign streamers for their actions in the Republic of Vietnam. The 1st Battalion, 5th Field Artillery, deployed in January 1991 for Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm and became the first artillery unit in the division to be credited with destroying an Iraqi tank with a copperhead projectile. Hamilton's Own also participated in the largest artillery raid ever conducted. The unit earned the defense of Saudi Arabia and the liberation and defense of Kuwait streamers. The 1st Battalion, 5th Field Artillery, deployed in September 2003 for Operation Iraqi Freedom and returned to Fort Riley in September 2004. The battalion has participated in almost every major conflict and earning 60 campaign streamers and numerous unit citations for gallantry in battle. Today, Hamilton's Own serves at Fort Riley, Kansas and provides Paladin fire support to the 1st Brigade Combat Team of the 1st Infantry Division. In December 2005, the battalion's anti-PQ-36 Firefinder radar section was deployed in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom 4 and AMP-5. The team was deployed to Fort McKenzie where they supported 1 to 8 infantry, 4th ID out of FD. Carson, CO. Sometime later during the deployment, the team of 7 were relocated to FOB Palawada, located near Ballard east of LSA Anaconda. After a year's deployment, the team returned home in late 2006 to support the battalion's mission of training MIT teams to deploy to various theaters of operations. From June through December of 2011, 1st Battalion, 5th Field Artillery deployed to Kirkuk, Iraq in support of Operation New Dawn at FOB Warrior. Leaving for Kuwait in December, they were among the last U.S. troops in Iraq. Redeployed to Fort Riley mid-December 2011. 2nd Battalion. The mission of the 2nd Battalion, 5th Field Artillery, is to prepare for combat and, on order, deploy to a designated contingency area by air, land, and sea to provide fires in support of full-spectrum operations. The 2nd Battalion, 5th Field Artillery was first constituted in the regular army as a light artillery regiment in January 1907, and was organized in May 1907 from existing units at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, and the Philippines. Battery D, 5th Field Artillery was descended from Captain Alexander Hamilton's New York Provincial Company of Artillery organized in 1776. The 5th Artillery was therefore recognized as the only surviving regular army unit originating in the Revolutionary War. The regiment also accrued 4 Civil War battle streamers from existing units at the time of its formation. The unit was reorganized and redesignated as Battery B, 5th Field Artillery. It was assigned to the 1st Expeditionary Division in June 1917 and departed for France in July 1917. During World War I, the unit received credit for 7 campaigns and was twice decorated with the French Croix de Guerre with 2 palms. After returning to the United States, the unit was inactivated at Camp Bragg, North Carolina. It was then reactivated at Madison Barracks, New York in December 1939. In October 1940, the unit was reorganized and redesignated as the Battery B, 5th Field Artillery Battalion. It departed for England in August 1942 in support of the 1st Infantry Division. During World War II, the 5th Field Artillery Battalion as a whole saw action in 8 campaigns. The unit was redesignated as Headquarters and Headquarters Battery, 2nd Howitzer Battalion, 5th Artillery on June 1958 and activated on the 25th of June in Germany as part of Operation Gyroscope, an Army experiment in rotating units from CONUS to OCONUS. In total, it was redesignated as 2nd Battalion, 5th Field Artillery on the 25th of June 1964. The battalion was assigned to 1st Infantry Division on the 15th of April 1983 at Fort Riley, Kansas, and then moved to Neu-Ulm, German as the DSFABN for 3rd Brigade, 1st Infantry Division. This movement occurred in June 1986 as part of the U.S. Army's Cohort Program experiment. In that study, 8 battalions participated in a 3-year study to determine if the company-level cohort program could be extended to the battalion level. Unfortunately, the same company-level issues of lack of upward mobility and increased unit friction served to end the cohort program for good. The battalion was inactivated and relieved from assignment to the 1st Infantry Division on the 15th of August 1991. Elements of this unit deployed to Saudi Arabia to support 7th Corps arrival in the KTO. This mission was performed by the 1st INFDIV Port Support Activity, a brigade-level unit that consisted of 2 identical 725-man battalion task forces that included tankers, infantrymen, artillerymen, engineers, medics, mechanics and communication specialists from all units of the 1st INFDIV. Headquarters, 3rd Brigade. 1st INFDIV was the headquarters that supervised this effort. This mission, known as Operation Desert Duty, was completed on 17-18 Feb 91, and the brigade began departing the KTO on the 19th of February 91. The battalion was reactivated at FD Sill, Oklahoma on the 16th of April 1996. There it gained the distinction of having been the first battalion to equip with the M109A6 Paladin self-propelled howitzer. In 2002, 5th Field Artillery executed a battery deployment to Kuwait in direct support of Task Force Gary O and led by the 37th Cavalry, an element of the 3rd Infantry Division. The 5th Field Artillery fired more than 1,700 projectiles. Another deployment to Fort Knox, Kentucky resulted in a 2nd battery deployment, firing more than 1,650 projectiles for the USMA's mounted maneuver training. 3 detachments deployed to Fort Hood, Texas, to support Alchi Focus Lens and the 1st Cavalry Warfighter exercise. At Fort Sill, Oklahoma, 5th Field Artillery executed 6 battery ARTEPs, a battalion ARTEP and 2 Janus fire simulation TOC exercises. In April 2003, 5th FA was deployed to Southwest Asia in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. The battalion was attached to 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment. The unit conducted operations in the Al-Aba province. It was tasked with restoring order to Ar-Ramadi for 6 months. In October, 2/5 was reassigned to Al-Assad Air Base, also in the Anbar region. Elements of the unit trained ICDC at Fob Eden near Hit, Iraq. On November 2, 2003, the unit lost 6 soldiers when a Chinook was shot down near Fallujah. Near the end of November 2003, 2/5 and 3rd ACR participated in Operation Rifles Blitz. 2nd Battalion 5th Field Artillery redeployed to FD-SIL in April 2004. In 2006, the 212th Field Artillery Brigade was reorganized and redesignated as the 214th Fires Brigade, a modular field artillery brigade. As part of the reorganization, 3rd Battalion, 13th Field Artillery was reassigned to the 75th Fires Brigade. In October 2006, the 2nd Battalion, 5th Field Artillery, previously serving with the 212th Field Artillery Brigade, was assigned to the 214th Fires Brigade. Bravo Battery deployed in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom in February 2010, and returned to Fort Sill in 2011. 2/5 FA was deactivated in 2014, however it still has a small group assigned to it to complete unit-level turn-in of equipment. 3rd Battalion. 3rd Battalion shares all of the lineage of the regiment, and served in Germany in the 1980s. 4th Battalion. The battalion was originally constituted on the 13th of February 1901 as the 29th Battery, Field Artillery, Artillery Corps, and was subsequently organized in September 1901 at Camp Columbia, Havana, Cuba. On the 31st of May 1907 it was reorganized and redesignated as Battery C, 5th Field Artillery, and on the 8th of June 1917 was assigned to the 1st Expeditionary Division, subsequently the 1st Infantry Division. The unit was inactivated on the 1st of October 1933 and activated on the 5th of December 1939. On the 1st of October 1940 the unit was reorganized and redesignated as Battery C, 5th Field Artillery Battalion. It was absorbed on the 15th of December 1941 by Battery A, 5th Field Artillery Battalion, which inactivated on the 15th of February 1957 at Fort Riley, Kansas. The former Battery C, 5th Field Battalion reconstituted the 26th of August 1960 in the regular Army, concurrently consolidated with Headquarters and Headquarters Battery. 4th Missile Battalion, 5th Artillery, and the consolidated unit was designated as Headquarters and Headquarters Battery. 4th Missile Battalion, 5th Artillery. On the 1st of September 1971 the unit was redesignated as the 4th Missile Battalion, 5th Field Artillery. On the 28th of February 1983 the unit was redesignated as the 4th Battalion, 5th Field Artillery, assigned to the 1st Infantry Division, and activated in Ulm, Germany. This reorganization was conducted with the soldiers and equipment of the former 2nd Battalion, 33rd Field Artillery. It served in a DS role with the 3rd Brigade until relieved in position by 2nd Battalion, 5th FA, and then took over 2nd Battalion's mission of DS to 2nd Brigade at Fort Riley, Case. 4th Battalion earned the unofficial nickname Boar Busters as a play on the name Boar after the ammunition platoon non-commissioned officer in charge killed an animal of the same name, with the platoon leader's .45 service pistol at the ammunition supply point for the battalion in Grafenwöhr, Germany training area in 1985. A boar's head with cross cannons on a plaque was mounted in the battalion HQs for many years. The battalion deployed in January 1991 for Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm DS to 2nd Brigade, noted for being the first unit on site to secure the surrender location in Safvan. The unit earned the defensive Saudi Arabia, liberation and defense of Kuwait, and ceasefire campaign streamers. The battalion was inactivated on the 16th of February 1996 as part of the Army's reorganization. Most soldiers and equipment were assigned to the newly activated 4th Battalion, 1st Field Artillery, 5th Battalion. 5th Battalion shares all of the lineage of the regiment, and is believed to have been part of the United States Army Reserve for some time.